Today we're doing a bit of a toy rewind with the retro carded 2020 Spider-Man the Animated Series Spider-Man. I know I just reviewed this guy right here, but I really wanted this guy specifically for this Ditko head sculpt. And yeah, I never owned this guy, so I'm glad to finally have this guy. I'm only missing the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man from that 2-pack, and I'll have all the different body molds from Marvel Legends for Spider-Man. So yeah, I'm very happy about that. And yeah, take a quick look at the packaging. You know, same stuff as usual. Has good old animated series logo right there. You got some nice Spider-Man art right there. On the back, you got the nice blueprints. Toy Biz inspired blueprints right there for the figure and all the figures in this wave. I have the Green Goblin. I still want to get the Electro and this Peter Parker, specifically for that Peter Parker head. And that Gwen Stacy I still need. I don't know about that Daredevil. I don't really think I need that, especially since I'm getting the Secret Wars one later in this month. So yeah, let's open him up. I'm really enjoying this Spider-Man figure. Yeah, I'm surprised I never got this guy earlier. I was just not collecting Marvel Legends at the time. 2020 was probably, that was the start of me collecting manga. And that was actually the start of this YouTube channel. October of 2020 is when I started uploading YouTube videos here on the channel. And then that was specifically only about manga. So I wasn't really collecting Marvel Legends. So, yeah, I never really got this guy. But now that I have him, I'm very happy that I do. And I'll be honest, he does a lot of things better than some other newer Marvel Legends, like let's say, this Battle Damage Spider-Man. I feel like this guy does a lot of things better, especially in the hip areas. Like, I'm actually not afraid to just, move this guy around and pose him into, very acrobatic Spidey poses, unlike this guy, while I'm afraid to touch this guy because I feel like this leg is going to shatter. This is actually my second copy. I got 2 of these guys for Christmas. I know if you guys follow the channel, you saw the short or the reel saying how I got 2 of them and I was very happy with them. Over time, this guy's leg on my first copy shattered, and this guy's is very loose, and I feel like if I move it anymore, he is going to shatter. So I am not moving him at all anymore. Which is annoying because I moved him in the last video. I took a photo with him, and I was really happy with that photo, but right when I took him off the stand and I tried to pose him back, I felt that leg, and I was like, yeah, he's definitely going to shatter. Well, this guy, he doesn't have that problem. Like, yeah, he is a little bit loosey-goosey, but he does move very nicely. Like, he kind of moves a lot. Like, he moves buttery smooth, and I really do like that. And yeah, honestly, the only real, problem I have with this guy, and it's probably been talked about to death because this is a very old figure, is the pins on the joints. This is not a pinless figure. I don't think Hasbro was at that point yet where they were doing pinless tech, at least for the arms. As you can see, it's still red where it's blue. I think it's same for the, it's not same for the legs, thankfully, but it's only like that for the arms. They don't do that on newer figures. He is pinless all the way around, which is very nice. We are going to do comparisons and head swaps in just a bit. I do want to take a look I do want to take a closer look at this head sculpt. It is a very John Romita Sr.-esque head sculpt, and I really do like that. That is probably one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to get this figure, is the comic artist-specific head sculpts. The fact that they're very comic artist-specific is really why I wanted this figure, because I love that. I want to have all the different versions of Spider-Man on my shelf from all the different eras, from the early 60s, from the early 70s, 80s, 90s, and then the early 2010s, with the early Ultimate line. And yeah, I'm just very excited. I am going to be getting some new shelves pretty soon, so I'll be able to actually put up all my Spider-Man figures, and I'm very excited for that. Now let's look at the second head sculpt, and actually the second head sculpt is why I really, really wanted to buy this figure. And here's the second head sculpt. This is why I really wanted this figure. Very Ditko-esque, and I'll be honest with you, this look of Spider-Man, this look and the McFarlane look are what I picture whenever I picture Spider-Man. Like, whenever I draw Spider-Man, I either draw him in the Ditko style or I draw him in the McFarlane style. And yeah, these two are my favorite looks for Spider-Man right here. And yeah, I'm very glad I now have two different versions. And you can see the stylistic choices each artist took with Spider-Man, and it's just really cool to see. I'll just do this real quick. He actually does have a dumbbell joint at the top of the neck instead of a hinge, so he, can actually get a little bit more movement than just a regular hinge. He can look all the way up, which is nice. You can look all the way down. You can side to side pivot, looks left and right. Arms go all the way around. Get a kind of loose butterfly joint, but it does go. You do get some pretty good movement, as you can see. Arms go up, bicep swivel, double jointed knees, double jointed elbows. Swivels at the wrist with a hinge that goes up and down. Diaphragm cut, so you can go side to side. Crunch in a little bit, crunch out a good amount, and then an ab crunch, so you can go in all the way and out all the way, which is nice. Legs are on drop down, so they can kick up about that much, kick back about that much, kick out about that much, which is nice. Upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, boot swivels, ankles go down, up, ankle pivot, and no toe articulation. Accessories, he comes with 2 fists out of box and 2 whips. If you want to get some wall crawling hands, I think these are the hands from the Battle Damage Spider-Man. Again, I do have 2 of them because both of them did break on me, or one of them did break on me. So I have a bunch of alternate accessories, and it can work. As you can see, the reds won't really match, but in a photo, I don't think it'll look too bad. So yeah, that definitely is an option. First, here he is with the Amazing Fantasy 15 Spider-Man right there. You can see the difference in the masks right there. And then the spiders. This is the red version. I still need to get the one with the blue spider, the retro card. I don't know if I'll make a video on that because it's just the same thing, just with the different spider on the back. I may make a YouTube short on that. I don't know. Stay tuned for that. The Pizza Spidey mold. This is the retro carded release. So a little bit lighter shade of blue. It's kind of cool to have, different versions because this guy held me down for a long time. I really did love this Pizza Spidey, but, it's really cool to see the evolution of red and blue Spider-Man figures. Next to the Mafex, I think this is 185. Right there. Get more stylistic choices. I think this is more of a Mark Bagley or J. Scott Campbell Spider-Man. So, very cool. Our last review, the animated series Spider-Man. Now, I do want to do some head swaps. First of all, I want to see what this head sculpt looks like on here, so let's do that. A little dark, but it does look really cool. Definitely gives off that classic feel. Here's the alternate Pizza Spidey head that comes with Pizza Spidey. I put it on here, and I think that actually looks really nice. I took some photos where, he has this, and it looks really nice. Here's the battle damaged head. This also looks pretty good. Here's the head sculpt from the SDCC box set, The Raft. Here's Amazing Fantasy. And here's the second Maximum Spider-Man head sculpt. Looks pretty cool. I definitely want to get the Ben Reilly that's on this buck. That's also from the animated series. I definitely want to see what this head sculpt would look like on there. So stay tuned for that video. First, Maximum head sculpt. Here is Peter Parker. This looks really good. Really happy with this look. But yeah, enjoyed the photos at the end. Had a lot of fun taking photos with a bunch of other Spider-Man's iconic villains, classic villains. And yeah, if you guys like this video, like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.